Happy Monday, everybody. I decided today we're going to be making quiche tarts, and my youngest, my helper, Scarlett, is napping right now, so I figured this would be a good time to go ahead and jump on here. And I'm running a little bit behind, but that's okay. It's Monday. I hope everyone had a great weekend. So we're just gonna go right into it. I really enjoy making these guys for brunches, or if you're serving a lot of people for brunch or lunch, or just even an appetizer. I believe it's in my sides. Yeah, it's in my sides category in my cookbook. Those who have my cookbook, page 59 is what we're going to be doing. I also use this crust recipe for any pies that I've done in the past, or even if you're making a larger quiche, you can use it. But we're going to be making little quiches. And for the filling, I'm going to be using broccoli and orange peppers, as well as shredded goat cheese and some coconut milk and a couple eggs. So right now I'm going to go ahead and get started on the crust part. So I'm using almond flour for the crust. Very basic, super easy crust. It's just almond flour, sea salt, coconut oil, and egg. Okay. And you can always make up the quiche, like the crust part, and then freeze them for later. Don't put the filling in, or you can put the filling in, which actually I might do that. I might just go ahead and make a full batch and freeze the fully cooked with the middle in it. And that way they'd be easy to just pop out, heat up, and then it's a great snack too for my girls. They always really like it. So. Okay, so I've got the almond flour in my food processor. I'll put some sea salt and then some coconut oil, and then I will have an egg. I did make these earlier because it's fun. It had been a while since I've made this. I kept going back and forth if I was just going to do the quiche part or actually put in some like a lot of times I'll use this for just lemon tarts or chocolate pudding that's settled. Okay, adding the coconut oil, and then we are ready to make this up. So while this is going, it's going to form into a ball. Doesn't take very long for it to mix together. Nice thing about this recipe too is minimal dishes, or minimal pans and pots and bowls. So I'm going to try and keep it like the inside filling part. I'll use this to chop up my broccoli and peppers. Okay. My pan is still kind of warm from earlier. So you're just going to be taking a tablespoon of the dough, and I have a mini pan, which obviously if you're doing mini tarts, this is what you should be using. And I do have a very cool, nifty quiche press that will flatten this and help expand it to fill the mini pan. But it's packed away because we are in the process of moving to a different house. And evidently I didn't find that was essential. Of course I would pack that whenever I'm going to be using it. So But that's okay. Not everyone has that little tool anyway, so I'll show you guys how to do it the real way. So again, just a tablespoon that you're going to be using to fill this, and it doesn't fill a full pan unless you make your crust a little bit thinner, or maybe less than a tablespoon, which is fine. You don't want it to press down too much to where it is too thin, because then it'll break and it won't hold. Now I wish I would have made my lemon filling to give you guys another option of what else you could put in this. But I mean, you can also make these into like little pizza bites. You could put pizza sauce and a pepperoni and with cheese. I love this crust because it's so versatile, and you can you can make it into sweet or savory. That's gonna be a really big one. Okay, so maybe not. So how I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna be using my thumbs. I'm just gonna be pressing right in the middle, just let it expand a little bit. Just so there's, and you can press it around if you'd like, but you want like a little bowl to form so the filling will go in it. And then this, oh, that might have been too thin. This doesn't really take too long in the oven, because if it was a normal pie crust, it would take longer, but since it's little mini ones, oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to make little mini pumpkin pies. You can use this crust for that as well. These are fun too. Like I said, you can make little pizza bites, and I almost went with that idea. But Wednesday is going to be our pizza day in this house, so maybe I'll save some of these crusts and the girls can help me make little mini pizzas. Okay, so this just goes into the oven, and then we'll get started on the filling part. So for the filling, I'm just going to throw in some orange peppers. Oops, need my blade in there. Don't bother rinsing out your food processor, just go right into the next stage with it. And then I'll add some broccoli. I already had some leftover filling from earlier, so I'm not going to make up a ton more. And then if you want, you can add an onion in there. Chop that up. I would recommend making it fairly fine, just so it's easier to mix in with the cheese. And you're also going to add in some milk, so you could use almond milk, which is what I'm going to be using, or coconut milk, that's fine too. So I'm just going to put that in the bowl. Going to season it a little bit. You can use salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. And then I will add an egg. What's a quiche without an egg? And I'm going to add some shredded cheese. So our house, as many of you know, we are a dairy-free house. We use goat cheese, which is not dairy. People always ask me, well, isn't goat dairy? No. Dairy is cow, goat is goat. So, and then almond flour, or almond milk. And you can use whatever vegetable you want. broccoli and red pepper is really nice, especially during the holidays, which I went into the store the other day and evidently it's Christmas time. So this is great for Christmas lunches or getting together with family in the middle of the day. These are awesome. But enough holiday talk. We're not ready yet for that. Okay, so once the quiche, or once the crust is done, we will get that out. And I'll kind of just show you what it looks like. This is super easy, but so these are my little quiches that I made earlier. There was a lot more, but my husband made it home, and I'm sending some to our staff, so gotta keep them happy. All right, crust is not done, but once the crust is done, I will just fill these up, and then it'll take about, about 20 minutes for it to fully cook. Maybe less, just keep an eye, I always keep an eye on it, but this is the finished product. And anyways, that was kind of it. That was super easy. This is, again, one of my favorite recipes because of how versatile it is, and you don't necessarily have to stick 100% to the recipe. Use whatever vegetables you want. The crust is super versatile. You can make it into a bigger crust or keep it smaller crust, but you can add lemon custard, like a chocolate pudding. You can even put like a berry. I mean, you can make this into little mini pumpkin pies, pizzas. Super easy, super versatile, and it's by far probably one of my favorite recipes, which I can't believe I haven't made in a while, but I know my girls are going to love this. This will probably be their afternoon snack, and I hope you guys enjoy. As always, put in the posts if you've tried it, what you think, if you changed it up. But thanks again, you guys, for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful week.